Fans are shocked, emotions ran high. And one of the NBA's hottest young stars may have just faced the most public personal crisis of his life. Reports are swirling that Dejounte Murray's relationship has allegedly ended following footage from a recent NBA YoungBoy concert that went viral overnight. Imagine the scene: flashing lights, deafening music, screaming fans, and then caught on-camera moments that have everyone talking, analyzing and questioning the loyalty, trust, and personal choices behind closed doors. Insiders claim that the concert footage shows interactions that some say were too close for comfort. And once the clip surfaced on social media, reactions exploded. Fans immediately started debating, speculating, and picking sides. Some defend Murray, others claim the video speaks volumes about what's really happening off the court. The drama didn't just stay online. Friends, family, and fellow athletes are reportedly weighing in, and the tension is spilling into NBA locker rooms and celebrity circles alike. Now, rumors suggest heated confrontations, private arguments, and emotional confrontations that could signal the definitive end of the relationship. What really went down at the concert? Who said what behind closed doors? And how will this impact Dejounte's personal and professional life? Stick around, because the full story behind the viral footage and its fallout is wilder than anyone expected. The NBA YoungBoy concert in downtown Los Angeles was supposed to be a night of high energy, electric performances, and unforgettable vibes for fans. Thousands had lined up hours in advance, phones ready to capture every moment. As the lights dimmed and the crowd erupted with cheers, the excitement was palpable. And everyone expected the usual explosive performance from one of hip-hop's most controversial figures. But no one could have predicted that this concert would trigger one of the most talked-about personal controversies involving an NBA star in recent memory. Sources claim that Dejounte Murray, usually private about his personal life, was spotted at the concert in what insiders describe as unexpectedly intimate interactions with individuals that some fans believe cross boundaries. Videos from the event began circulating online almost immediately, showing moments that, according to insiders, sparked heated debates and rumors of infidelity or misplaced trust. Emotions ran high in the fan base, with reactions ranging from outrage to shock to disbelief. It was like watching a slow-motion disaster unfold. One eyewitness said, "People were recording everything, and the moment the footage went online, the drama exploded instantly." The concert footage allegedly showed Murray engaging in conversations and physical interactions that insiders describe as questionable for someone in a committed relationship. While some argue that the clips are being misinterpreted, others insist that the timing and context of the moments are highly suspicious. It wasn't just the interaction itself, a source explained. It was the energy, the expressions, the way people around them were reacting. You could feel the tension in the air even through the screen. Within hours of the footage going viral, social media was ablaze. Fans dissected every frame looking for clues and context, while commentary from influencers, celebrities, and sports analysts poured in. Hashtags related to the incident started trending, with some defending Dejounte and others suggesting the footage was evidence that his relationship was already in trouble. "Fans are shocked," said a prominent online commentator. "This isn't just a little gossip. The clip has everyone questioning the state of Dejounte's personal life, and people are not holding back." Sources close to Dejounte claim that he was initially unaware of how widely the footage had spread. He thought it would stay under the radar, an insider revealed. But once it went viral, the pressure mounted immediately. His phone started blowing up calls, texts, messages from friends, family, even teammates. Emotions ran high, and he had to figure out how to respond without making things worse. Meanwhile, insiders suggest that Murray's partner was watching the situation unfold in real time, and the emotional fallout was immediate. There were tears, heated texts, and private confrontations, a source claimed. The family was left divided. Friends tried to intervene, but emotions ran so high that it was hard to even get a coherent conversation going, according to insiders. The partner reportedly confronted Murray privately, leading to an argument that lasted for hours, leaving both parties visibly shaken and uncertain about the future of their teenager relationship. The intensity of the drama didn't stop with the immediate fallout. Sources indicate that friends and family members of both Murray and his partner were drawn into the situation, offering advice, taking sides, and sometimes making the situation even more volatile. Everyone had an opinion, said one insider. Some told him to apologize, some told him to stay firm, and others were just worried about the emotional toll. The emotions ran high, and it was a whirlwind of confusion and tension. In the public eye, the concert footage also sparked intense speculation about NBA YoungBoy's intentions and influence over the unfolding situation. Insiders claim that the rapper, known for his chaotic energy and unpredictability, may have unknowingly or intentionally exacerbated tensions between Murray and his partner. YoungBoy was doing his thing on stage, but the energy carried over, one source explained. People around Dejounte started noticing glances, reactions, and small interactions that, when captured on camera, looked more intense than they actually might have been. By the next day, the story had escalated beyond social media. Sports media outlets picked up the clips, analyzing them in detail and speculating on the possible impact on Murray's personal and professional life. Former players, analysts, and commentators weighed in, often exaggerating or dramatizing events for shock value. The narrative took on a life of its own, said an insider. It wasn't just about what happened at the concert anymore. It became a full-blown media spectacle, with fans and journalists alike dissecting every second of footage. Sources also revealed that the situation prompted private conversations between Murray and members of his team and agency. They were concerned about how this would impact his public image, said a source. They knew that personal drama can spill over into professional life, and they were trying to manage it carefully. But emotions were high, and no one could predict how the partner would react next. In addition to the private fallout, insiders claim that friends in the music and sports world reached out, offering support, advice, and sometimes criticism. Some expressed concern over Murray's association with NBA YoungBoy and how it may have contributed to the tension. Others defended the rapper, insisting that he had no role in breaking up the relationship and that the narrative had been blown out of proportion. Everyone had a stake in it, one source said. It was like watching multiple dramas collide at once. The viral footage also sparked debates among fans about trust, loyalty, and celebrity influence. Online communities became battlegrounds, with users passionately defending their favorites while questioning the authenticity of the relationship. It's wild, one fan wrote. You can't just look at a few seconds of footage and decide everything is over. But people are treating it like gospel. The emotions ran high everywhere. Meanwhile, insiders suggest that Murray himself was struggling to maintain his composure amid mounting pressure. He was getting messages nonstop, and it was hard to know who to trust, said a source. The family and friends were divided, the partner was upset, and the public was watching every move. It was an emotional roller coaster, and he had to navigate it carefully. Sources close to the situation indicate that the argument between Murray and his partner escalated late into the night, with both sides exchanging accusations, expressions of hurt, and questions about loyalty. It was intense, said an insider. People around them were trying to mediate, but the emotions were too raw. The argument exposed deeper issues in the relationship, and the viral footage became a symbol of everything that had been simmering beneath the surface. Even after the initial confrontation, tensions reportedly continued over the following days. Sources claim that family members, friends, and advisors attempted to orchestrate a meeting to resolve the issues. But emotions remained volatile. Everyone had a perspective, a source explained. Some wanted reconciliation, some wanted distance, and some were just trying to make sure no further damage was done. But the public pressure made it nearly impossible to have a calm conversation. Drama surrounding the concert footage ultimately spiraled into what insiders describe as a definitive turning point in Murray's personal life. The video didn't just capture a moment, it became a catalyst, said one source. It brought underlying tensions to the surface, forced confrontations, and created a situation that may be irreversible. The morning after the concert, Dejounte Murray reportedly woke up to a storm of notifications, texts, and calls. His phone had been blowing up overnight as news of the viral footage spread like wildfire. Emotions ran high. An insider revealed, every friend, teammate, and family member seemed to have an opinion. And he had to sift through it all while trying to figure out what had actually happened versus what people were speculating online. Sources say that the emotional toll was immediate and intense, leaving Murray drained and anxious. Meanwhile, his partner reportedly discovered the viral footage online before Murray had a chance to explain. It was brutal, one source claimed. She saw the interactions, the glances, and the context. And even without the full picture, it was enough to trigger a confrontation, according to insiders. The argument that followed was described as explosive, with both parties expressing feelings of betrayal, disappointment, and hurt. Friends who witnessed parts of the confrontation said emotions ran high. With accusations flying and tears being shed on both sides, social media continued to fan the flames. Fans were split, some defending Dejounte, some questioning his loyalty, and others pointing fingers at NBA YoungBoy, suggesting that his chaotic concert environment contributed to the tension. Memes, reaction videos, and viral posts dominated Twitter and Instagram, amplifying the drama. The public was obsessed, said a source. It was like a storm everyone wanted to watch unfold in real time. Fans are shocked, debates are intense, and the family was left divided. Sources indicate that Murray reached out privately to close friends in an attempt to explain the situation. He was trying to clarify, but emotions were too high, a source said. People around him had already seen clips online, and their opinions were forming in real time. It made it incredibly hard for him to communicate his side of the story effectively. Meanwhile, the partner reportedly spoke to her own circle of friends and family, adding fuel to the fire. She was visibly upset, an insider explained. Her family was protective and emotions ran high. There were arguments about trust, loyalty, and boundaries. People tried to mediate, but everyone had an opinion, and the family was divided. In the days following the concert, sources claim that Murray's professional obligations complicated the situation further, with games, media appearances, and public responsibilities. The NBA star had to navigate his personal crisis under the scrutiny of fans, teammates, and the media. It's hard to process emotional trauma when you're in the spotlight, said a source. The pressure was relentless, and it made every interaction more intense. The drama reportedly escalated when rumors began circulating about private messages between Murray and individuals present at the concert. Insiders say these messages, combined with the viral footage, intensified doubts and fueled arguments, even if the content of the messages wasn't incriminating. The perception of secrecy created chaos, one source explained. People started reading into every detail, and the situation snowballed. Meanwhile, NBA YoungBoy's team reportedly became aware of the controversy and weighed in indirectly. Sources say that while the rapper had no intention of causing personal drama, his public image and energetic performance at the concert became entangled in the unfolding narrative. It wasn't about him, a source said, but the environment he created contributed to the tension, and everyone around him was watching and reacting. Family members on both sides reportedly attempted to mediate. They tried to calm both parties, but emotions were too raw, an insider revealed. The argument wasn't just about what happened at the concert, it was about accumulated frustrations, insecurities, and questions of trust. The viral footage acted as a spark that ignited everything. By midweek, insiders claimed the relationship had reached a critical juncture. They were at a crossroads, a source said. Some friends suggested reconciliation, others advised taking space. But the emotions were running too high, and the stress of public scrutiny made it nearly impossible to resolve anything privately. Adding more tension, fans continued to speculate and debate online. Social media posts claimed to have insider information about conversations, confrontations, and potential breakups. The internet became its own kind of courtroom, an insider explained. Everyone had a verdict, and emotions ran high on both sides. The pressure wasn't just private tea, was amplified by millions watching and commenting in real time. Insiders also claim that Murray's teammates reportedly weighed in. Some tried to advise him on how to handle the personal side of things, a source said. But others were frustrated, noting that the drama was affecting his focus and performance on the court. It became a tangled web of professional and personal stress. The situation reportedly reached its peak when a private confrontation occurred between Murray and his partner at a family gathering. Sources say that emotions ran uncontrollably high. Accusations were exchanged and both parties were left shaken. It was intense, an insider said. People were crying, yelling, and trying to mediate. The family was left divided, some siding with Dejounte, others with his partner. It was emotional, raw, and unforgettable. In addition, insiders revealed that attempts at reconciliation were complicated by lingering doubts and ongoing public attention. Every interaction, every message, and every social media post was scrutinized, making it difficult for either party to navigate the emotional fallout privately. The situation became a media spectacle, one source said, and that made it even harder to resolve personally. The viral nature of the footage also reportedly impacted Murray's mental state. Friends say he felt overwhelmed, stressed, and frustrated. He was dealing with personal turmoil under a microscope, a source explained. Fans are shocked by the drama. But they don't realize how much emotional energy it takes to maintain composure while everyone is watching, analyzing, and speculating. By the end of the week, insiders suggest that the relationship had reached a breaking point. Conversations, arguments, and confrontations, both private and public, had created a rift that seemed increasingly difficult to bridge. The viral footage acted as a catalyst, said one source. It brought underlying issues to the surface, forced emotional confrontations, and created an environment where reconciliation seemed unlikely. While Murray reportedly attempted to communicate and explain himself, the partner remained uncertain, influenced by family advice, public opinion, and the emotional weight of the events. Friends and insiders hint that the couple's once strong bond had been tested to its limits, and the relationship was now hanging by a thread as the fallout from the viral concert footage intensified. Sources say that Dejounte Murray was forced to confront not just personal heartbreak, but also the glare of public scrutiny. Friends and family reportedly advised him to stay calm, but insiders reveal that his phone never stopped buzzing. Emotions ran high every second of the day, one source said. Every text, call, and notification felt like another reminder of the drama. The family was left divided, with some urging reconciliation and others warning him to protect himself emotionally. Meanwhile, the partner's camp was also active. Friends and family reportedly pressured her to make a decision, and social media only added fuel to the fire. She was reading comments, tweets, and fan theories nonstop, an insider revealed. Every post seemed like judgment, and emotions ran high. People were saying things that made it even harder for her to think clearly, and it drove her into a defensive and confrontational mindset. According to insiders, a series of private confrontations occurred over the course of several days. Each argument reportedly became more intense than the last, with accusations about loyalty, trust, and boundaries dominating the conversations. It was emotional chaos, one source said. Tears, shouting, and even silent treatments were exchanged. The family was left divided, trying to mediate while also processing their own feelings about the situation. Amid the chaos, NBA YoungBoy's name continued to appear in conversations. Sources suggest that some blamed the rapper for creating an environment where the viral footage could occur, while others defended him, noting that the concert itself was meant for entertainment and not personal drama. It became almost like he was an accidental catalyst, a source explained. People around Dejounte were trying to separate fact from exaggeration, but fans online weren't holding back. Emotions ran high everywhere. As the week progressed, Insiders say Murray attempted to communicate directly with his partner, hoping to clarify the misunderstandings and calm tensions. He tried to explain, but every word was analyzed and second-guessed, a source said. The emotional stakes were extremely high. Both sides were raw, hurt, and unwilling to back down without feeling fully heard. Meanwhile, friends reported that the couple's social media habits became a source of contention. According to insiders, every post, story, or like was scrutinized for hidden meaning. It turned into a virtual minefield. One insider said, "Emotions ran high, and even innocent interactions online were interpreted as signs of betrayal or disloyalty. It was exhausting for everyone involved." Family members reportedly became involved to mediate the escalating situation. Some were frustrated at the constant back and forth, while others felt protective of Murray's partner. It was messy, a source revealed. The family was left divided. Some were telling him to fight for the relationship, others telling him to step back and protect himself. Emotions ran high, and it became a full-blown drama of family, love, and public pressure. Insiders also claim that Murray's teammates noticed the emotional strain. They saw him distracted, anxious, and emotionally drained, said one source. They tried to support him, but the drama was so consuming that it impacted his focus. Even on the court, people could see that something was going on. Adding another layer to the tension, sources suggest that rumors about the viral footage and private messages spread through social circles and public forums. It was like wildfire, an insider said. Fans are shocked, and everyone was debating what really happened. Friends tried to calm things down, but the narrative had already taken on a life of its own. As arguments escalated, some insiders claimed that the couple attempted a private reconciliation meeting. They sat down, tried to talk it out, but emotions ran high so quickly that even the calmest discussions turned tense, a source revealed. Accusations, hurt feelings, and frustrations boiled over, leaving both parties emotionally raw and exhausted. Meanwhile, social media continued to dominate the drama. Memes, reaction videos, and speculative commentary flooded the internet, with millions watching and debating every detail. Fans were obsessed, said an insider. It wasn't just about the footage anymore, it was about loyalty, relationships, and celebrity culture. The public pressure was relentless, and emotions ran high on all sides. Sources claim that the couple's arguments exposed deeper issues in their relationship beyond just the viral footage. Trust, communication, and boundaries became central points of contention. The concert was the trigger, but the underlying issues were always there, an insider explained. Emotions ran high because the footage brought everything into sharp focus, forcing confrontations that had been avoided for months. By midweek, insiders suggest that the relationship was hanging by a thread. It was tense, raw, and emotional, one source said. Attempts at reconciliation were complicated by the fact that every interaction, every conversation, and every social media post was scrutinized. The couple was trapped in a cycle of misunderstanding, anger, and hurt. Meanwhile, friends and family reportedly tried to intervene one last time, hoping to mediate a resolution. They tried to calm everyone down, but the emotional stakes were so high that nothing seemed to work, a source said. The family was left divided, and tensions were running at peak levels. Emotions ran high in every interaction. Adding to the drama, insiders claim that Dejounte Murray reportedly reached out to NBA YoungBoy's team for advice. They were trying to provide perspective, but it was complicated, a source said. The situation was personal, not professional, and even the best advice couldn't fully address the emotional complexity. By the end of the week, it became clear that the viral footage had acted as a catalyst for a larger unraveling. It wasn't just about what people saw at the concert, an insider explained. It was about emotions, trust, communication, and the public pressure magnifying everything. Fans are shocked, emotions ran high, and the family was left divided. The relationship was at a tipping point. Sources suggest that both Murray and his partner took a step back to reflect privately. They needed space, an insider said. The viral footage, public scrutiny, and emotional confrontations had taken a toll. Emotions ran high, and sometimes the only way to process it is in silence as the dust settled from the initial viral storm. Insiders reveal that Dejounte Murray and his partner were forced to face the reality of their relationship under unprecedented public pressure. The couple reportedly spent days reflecting in private, away from the prying eyes of fans, media, and social media. They were both emotionally drained, a source said. The family was divided. Some wanted them to reconcile. Others thought the relationship had run its course. Emotions ran high, and the pressure from public opinion only made things harder. Sources claim that private conversations continued late into the night, with both sides expressing lingering doubts, fears, and frustrations. It wasn't just about the concert footage anymore, an insider said. It became about trust, communication, and unresolved issues that had been simmering for months. Every argument was emotionally charged, and emotions ran high every step of the way. Friends close to the couple reportedly witnessed text exchanges, phone calls, and in-person confrontations filled with accusations, apologies, and moments of regret. Meanwhile, the public remained fixated. Social media platforms exploded with speculation about the future of the relationship. Fan reactions ranged from empathy to judgment, and influencers weighed in on every possible angle. The internet became a full-blown courtroom, one insider revealed. Fans were shocked, dissecting every clip, every emoji, every gesture. Emotions ran high, and even friends of the couple were overwhelmed by the scrutiny. Adding complexity to the drama, sources claim that NBA YoungBoy's name continued to come up in conversations, both in private and online, while he had no direct involvement. Insiders say that his energetic concert environment and the viral footage inadvertently magnified the tension. It wasn't intentional, a source explained, but the energy at the concert, the interactions caught on camera, and the reactions of the crowd contributed to the unfolding drama. People connected the dots in ways that made the situation feel explosive. Insiders also indicate that the couple attempted several reconciliation efforts, including private dinners, mediated conversations, and even couples counseling. They were trying to work through it, one source said. But emotions ran high, and the public pressure didn't help. Every gesture, every conversation, and every interaction felt magnified, making it difficult to resolve the issues privately. Family members reportedly played a significant role throughout the drama. Some were supportive of reconciliation, while others urged caution, citing the viral footage as a sign of deeper trust issues. The family was divided, an insider said. It created more tension because each side had opinions and emotions ran high. Friends tried to mediate, but the intensity of feelings made it nearly impossible to have calm discussions. Meanwhile, sources claim that Dejounte Murray himself struggled with the dual pressures of public scrutiny and personal heartbreak. He was caught between trying to protect his image and trying to save the relationship, a source explained. Emotions ran high and the stress was immense. Every social media post, every fan comment, every news article felt like another layer of pressure. Friends reveal that the partner also faced tremendous emotional strain. She was hurt, frustrated, and uncertain, a source said. The viral footage had opened old wounds, and public opinion only added weight. Emotions ran high as she tried to navigate her feelings, advice from friends and family, and the scrutiny of millions online. As the days progressed, sources suggest that the couple reached an emotional crossroads. They realized that the relationship could not continue without a fundamental shift, a source said. Trust had been shaken, emotions ran high, and the constant public attention made it impossible to resolve issues privately. The viral footage had acted as a catalyst, bringing unresolved tensions to the surface. Friends and insiders indicate that the final decision came after a series of intense private conversations. They decided to step back, one source said. It wasn't easy. Emotions ran high, tears were shed, and the family was left divided. Some were devastated, others relieved, but the decision reflected the reality of the situation. The split reportedly sparked more discussion online, with fans and commentators analyzing every detail. Social media continued to explode with speculation about the reasons behind the breakup. While influencers and celebrities debated the role of NBA YoungBoy's concert in the unfolding drama, fans are shocked, one insider said. They didn't expect this to escalate so publicly. Emotions ran high, and the public fascination only added fuel to the fire. Despite the emotional turbulence, sources claim that both Dejounte and his partner are taking steps to heal. They're focusing on themselves, a source revealed. While it's a sad ending, they're prioritizing emotional well-being and learning from the experience. Emotions ran high, but so did the personal growth. Insiders also suggest that the drama has left a lasting impression on the NBA community. Teammates, fellow athletes, and friends reportedly observed the emotional fallout and expressed concern for both parties. Everyone saw how intense it was, an insider said. It's a reminder that personal relationships, public scrutiny, and fame can collide in ways that are messy and emotional. Emotions ran high, and the ripple effects were felt beyond just the couple. Meanwhile, the viral footage continues to circulate online, serving as a reference point for ongoing discussions about relationships, trust, and public exposure. It's become part of pop culture now, one source said. Fans dissect every frame, and emotions run high every time it resurfaces. It's a moment that won't be forgotten anytime soon. As the dust slowly settles, sources claim that both Dejounte Murray and his former partner are taking time to reflect, heal, and navigate life post-breakup. They're focusing on themselves and their futures, an insider said. Emotions ran high, but they're finding a way to move forward, even as fans continue to speculate. This dramatic saga serves as a stark reminder of how quickly personal relationships can become entangled in the public eye, how viral moments can amplify underlying tensions, and how trust and communication are essential in navigating both private and public life. The drama surrounding Dejounte Murray and NBA YoungBoy's concert footage will likely be remembered as one of the most sensational celebrity relationship controversies in recent years. The shocking events following NBA YoungBoy's concert and the viral footage of Dejounte Murray have left fans stunned, emotions running high, and the family divided. What began as an energetic night of music quickly spiraled into a whirlwind of speculation, confrontation, and heartbreak. Insider sources confirm that the relationship reached a breaking point, with private confrontations, heated arguments, and emotional decisions ultimately leading to a separation, while the viral footage acted as the catalyst. Insiders reveal that the situation exposed deeper trust issues, miscommunication, and the pressures of public scrutiny. Friends, family, and teammates were all pulled into the drama, each with opinions and advice, further amplifying the emotional intensity. Social media exploded. Fan reactions were polarizing, and emotions ran high at every turn. Dejounte Murray and his partner now face the task of healing, reflecting, and moving forward. Lessons learned from one of the most publicized relationship controversies in the NBA world. So, what do you think really happened behind the scenes? Do you believe the concert footage tells the full story, or was the drama blown out of proportion? How should public figures navigate relationships under the constant eye of social media and fans? Share your thoughts in the comments, because your opinion matters. Don't forget to like this video if the story shocked you. Subscribe for more exclusive updates on NBA stars, celebrity drama, and viral controversies. And hit the notification bell so you never miss the latest scoop. The story isn't over, and you'll want to be the first to hear the next twist in this wild saga.